Hello everybody! For today we are going to study one of the most important American literature author, Edgar Allan Poe, in The Raven, one of his most important texts. So the aim of this lesson is to study the poem in its double side, the form and the content. But we can never forget that the content is associated to the form and they can never be disconnected. But how to achieve this goal? Before reading and analyzing the poem, we are going to discuss about the role of literature in our lives. To do so, we will watch two videos, a theoretical point of view about literature presented by a literature teacher called Ron Wheeler, and another one by an African author, Chimamanda Adichie. After it, the students will be divided in groups to answer some questions. In one of these questions, they will write the common aspects about both videos. While the students present their response about the questions, teacher writes them on the board, directing the discussion. So in this part of the activity, teacher will guide the discussion, helped by the students. In the next step, working with the poem and under the teacher's guidance, the students are going to answer some questions to get the content of the poem. As we have already studied the content of the poem, now it's time to study the form of the poem. So, in order to study one formal aspect of the poem, the students are going to relate the best sound of words to the content of the poem. The goal in this activity is make the students realize that the author chose words with best sound to mean contents about death, despair, disappointed, frustration, and other meanings related to impossibilities. For the conclusion of the study, they are going to relate the video's message to the Raven. It's important to highlight that the students, to realize all these activities, must have read the poem in advance. Going a little bit deeper on Poe and his literary production, I have suggested two additional texts. One approaches about romantic literary period, taken from the book written by Anthony Burgess, named English Literature, and another one, The Philosophy of Composition, written by Poe. It's an essay in which he reveals the procedures to write The Raven. I hope you can appreciate my lesson. Thank you for your attention.